Hello, my name is William Springer, and I am lead world language instructor at Michigan Virtual. Part of my job is to teach students. I teach French and math, and I'm also support our world language instructors, helping them to do their job well, engage with their students, and be successful online. I want to share some strategies that I do to help connect with students and build meaningful relationships in fully online courses. And sometimes in the online setting, it's easy to let the relationship aspect of teaching go out the door, so to speak, because it's a lot less intuitive how to have a quality relationship fully online than it is in the face-to-face setting. So these are a few things I do in my own teaching practice to help build a meaningful relationship that leads to successful learning. Number one is I provide multiple avenues for how for my students how to connect with me as a teacher. They can email me, phone call, text. I use Google Voice for my number, which is nice because I can get that during the daytime. If I don't want the text in the evening, I can turn that off, that type of thing. But really, whatever way that they're most comfortable communicating with me, I try to provide that for them so that it's on their timetable in their court type of situation. Um, Another thing that I try to make sure that we do is that I want my students to have ample opportunity to know what I look like and what I sound like. They get to know me as an individual and not just my written assignment online or something like that. Um, our courses aren't done synchronously for the most part, so we're not doing a lot of live Zoom calls or anything like that. So I just want them to be able to see and hear me and connect with me as an individual person like that. Um, Number three would be I like to send check-in messages to them, check in on how they're doing. I don't have to provide a lot of data up front. Sometimes those data dump type of check-ins are a little bit intimidating, but just like, hey, how's it going today? Is there anything I can help you with in your online course? Those type of very unassuming check-in messaging really tend to get a lot of response from the student as opposed to just telling them, hey, here's where you're at in the course, you should be here, here's how many points you have. We got to communicate that stuff later on, but I really try to nail building a quality relationship up front before I start sharing data and other things like that pertaining to how they're doing in class. And then finally, I try to keep a running profile of things that I know about each of my students. Maybe they tell me some of their interests in like an intro discussion post, such as they do cross country and volleyball and they like knitting or playing a particular video game. I try to jot all that information down in when I'm grading a student assignment or interacting with them via messaging. I look at that and I'm reminded of who that student is, and I may even ask them, you know, how's your basketball season going, or how's that project that you're working on at home. It just helps keep the conversation going, it keeps the relationship going, and again, we're connecting as human beings and not only as a teacher and a learner. And oftentimes that kind of opens things up to them asking questions about the class that I think they may not have asked otherwise, knowing that somebody kind of knows them a little bit and cares about them as an individual. So those are my tips for building quality relationships with students in the fully online setting. Thank you so much for watching.